Hey folks, Liquid here. Welcome back to the channel where I share different ways to help you make smart financial decisions. You've probably heard of the book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Well, that inspired me to create this video where I'm going to explain 7 habits that are practiced by high net worth individuals. Number 1, say no more often. Don't be a yes person. We only have so many hours in a day, and we have to prioritize accordingly. We have to say no to most things, even if they might sound good, because we have to make room for better things. Warren Buffett says that the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. It's so much easier to focus on accomplishing your goals if you have fewer distractions. Speaking of distractions, number 2 is to make a to do list. What gets measured and tracked gets done, and what gets prioritized gets done faster. There were times when I wanted to do some work on the computer, so I hopped on, and half an hour later, I realized I was just checking emails, looking at the news, doing other things, and I haven't even done what I wanted to do in the first place. But when I write my tasks down, even on like a post it note, I can put that in front of me, and it'll be like a constant reminder that, hey, focus on this, like this is what you have to do. And once I do them, I cross them off, and it's really satisfying, and I get much more done that way because I don't get distracted as easily. Number 3 is know when you have enough. Because it's great to play the money game and to get wealthy, but at some point you have to know how much wealth is enough. Because the point of playing the game is that you want to win the game and then you want to get out. You've heard how the purpose of learning to fight is so that you don't have to fight anymore. Similarly, you want to focus on your finances and build up your net worth now so you don't have to worry about your finances later. No one gets to live forever, so there has to be a better way to spend life than to just endlessly chase money. So figure out how big your nest egg has to be for you to retire comfortably. A good rule of thumb is to multiply what your spending needs are by 25. So for example, if your lifestyle requires you to spend $80,000 a year to be comfortable, you multiply that by 25 and you get $2 million in today's money for you to retire comfortably. Also, depending on when you retire, you might receive government pension or a private pension or maybe an inheritance, so you might not need to save that entire amount. Number 4 is to cultivate a passion and obsession for something. Wants are cheap, but dedication is rare. Everybody has 100 different wants, but a want without a plan and without dedication and passion is just a wish. So don't just want something, but actually form a habit of committing to what it is that you want. And that means thinking very carefully about what it is that you do want. Prioritize your time around whatever it is that you seek and show the whole world how much you really want it. It doesn't matter who you are because we all have the potential to be the top 1% at something. So find what it is that you can really excel at and then obsess about it, immerse yourself in it, and leverage that to help you build wealth. Number 5 is to focus on opportunities instead of obstacles because both are constantly around you. What you pay attention to is what you will find more of. People who have built up a high net worth over time rarely complain or criticize. Instead, you'll find them looking for new opportunities to make more money. Number 6 is something that I find quite challenging myself, but I know I have to practice it because it's true, and that is to become comfortable being uncomfortable. I first thought if I can become financially independent, I can switch to easy mode. But now I realize that I can't stay too complacent because the world is constantly moving, life is shifting, and time waits for no one. So, why are high net worth people comfortable being uncomfortable? Because saving money should not feel effortless. If you're not somewhat uncomfortable with your savings rate, then it probably isn't high enough and you should increase it. If you don't move out of your comfort zone once in a while, you will stagnate and get left behind. Being uncomfortable might mean taking some calculated risks as well, but a vital component of progress is risk. So, whether you want to get ahead in your career or to invest in your future, taking some kind of risk is necessary. The good thing is you can choose what kind of risk you want to take on and manage that risk. And finally, number 7 is to think both instead of either or. Like, which one should you do first? Pay down debt or invest? Often it's appropriate to do a little bit of both. You can pay down the highest interest debt you have while at the same time getting a start on your retirement savings. Or what about housing? Should you rent or should you buy? You can consider the possibility of both. You can buy an investment property in a high cap rate area and use the income from that investment to subsidize your own rent in a more affordable rental building. By thinking in terms of both, you open your mind up to the most possibilities. The nice thing about all these habits is that anyone can adopt them right away. And of course, these habits don't cost anything to implement. If you're still watching the video, I'm going to throw in a bonus habit, and that is to always be learning. And if you want to see how that works, in this video I show an example of how people can consistently improve their financial competency in a natural way so it feels easy and not forced. Anyway, happy holidays, good luck with all your financial goals this year, and until next time.